Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am so incredibly excited to share something really special with you today, and that is to take you with me on a bit of a self-care day with a difference. As an illustrator, I want to go beyond just creating. For me, it's about spreading positivity and encouraging self-care through every piece of art that I make. And today I'm going to show you how Gelato helps me bring these gentle, positive reminders into your everyday life through a variety of products. I'm creating this video in partnership with Gelato, which is a print-on-demand platform that is helping transform my art business. So with Gelato's help, get ready to see how I integrate art, positivity, and running my small business into my daily routine. I'm starting my day right here at home, and for me, a positive start is everything, and my art plays a huge role in that. I have a little dressing room attached to my bedroom, and this is probably the only place that hasn't become overrun with toddler toys, and it's like my little sanctuary. And this art print in here is what I look to every single day. This "You Are Going to Bloom" print on my shelf is a constant, gentle reminder that I am on a journey of improving my life in so many different ways. I've already come so far, and it's exciting to think where I'm going in the future, even if each of the steps each day are so small that I don't even really notice them. When I look back over time, I'll see that I've made a lot of progress. And seeing that each morning helps me embrace the day with a positive mindset. And to carry positive vibes with me, I've even started playing around with putting some of my artwork on t-shirts and items that I can wear on the go. This one features my adorable characters Lottie and Bluebell, and it's the Appreciate the Little Things design, which I've adapted for this t-shirt to make a really cute piece of wearable art. And it's a literal walking reminder to stay positive and appreciate the little things that happen and that I see throughout my day, even while I'm just getting ready. My morning ritual isn't complete without my new favourite mug, which also features a new design that I've been trying out, which is a take on the Notes to Your Incredible Self journaling kit. As I sip my tea and plan my day in my journal in my lovely quiet space, these visual cues are so powerful. They become more than just products, they're daily nudges towards self-care and a positive outlook. It's really amazing how the same core design, the same positive message, can be adapted to so many different products. One of my goals with Sunshine Lane is to infuse positivity into every part of your day by bringing those messages to everyday items, and Gelato makes that possible. I create the art with a specific message in mind. For example, this positive affirmations design, which I created almost to be like you're gifting yourself a bunch of flowers to lift you up, but each of those flowers has a beautiful affirmation on it that can really help shift your mindset and help you believe in yourself more and just have more confidence in who you are. And then once I have a design like that, I think about how that message can best serve someone throughout their day, whether it's on a piece of wall art they see first thing or a mug they hold in their hands at various points throughout the day. Today I'm doing something that I haven't done in the 8 months since I became a mum, which is to go and get my hair done. It's such a small thing that I often think of as a chore, another thing to do on my list. But realising how long it had been since I just did that simple thing for myself, I wanted to pack my laptop, pack my iPad and head off to the hairdressers and do some work from a different location, because that's the beauty of this kind of business and working for yourself. So while I was sat with my colour on my hair, I grabbed my iPad and I had to think about some new designs that I would like to add to different types of products. I really want to bring some more practical products to the shop in terms of breathing exercises, grounding exercises. My absolute most popular sticker is this Ground Yourself design. It's a 5-4-3-2-1 grounding exercise which uses your senses. You might have come across it before. Like I said, this is my most popular sticker in my shop by far, and so I wanted to adapt it and see if I could bring it to different types of products. And alongside that, my star breathing design, which is a breathing exercise where you follow the outline of the star to help regulate your breathing and just calm yourself in times of anxiety. And so there I sat, pulling those designs together and just tweaking them on my iPad whilst doing a little something nice for me. So I'm back home, I've had some family time, a little bit of time has passed, which means some of the lovely waves that were in my hair have now dropped a little bit. But this is the final result, and I want to say a big thank you to Lauren from Pintada Designs, because she posted on her stories last week about going to have her hair done, and she was illustrating on her iPad whilst she was waiting for the colour, and it really gave me that nudge I needed to think, you can't say you haven't got time to do this because of work, because you can pick up the iPad and you can sit and do some work whilst having it done if things are really that tight for time. So thank you, Lauren. And she then sent me a really lovely message saying she loved my hair. So thank you so much, Lauren. I'm back in my studio now, and having finished those designs and being back in my creative but also messy space, I want to bring those designs to life. And like I said earlier, something I really love is seeing how I can bring those designs to different types of products, and that's where Gelato really shines. I always start about thinking about the impact of the design. So with these ones being quite practical, I really want to make these available in large format prints, normal size prints as well, but particularly large format prints. And it's something that I've been asked before, something like my breathing exercise prints. They'd be really good for things like classrooms, any public spaces where people might feel anxious, and it could draw their eye and they could use those tools in that moment. And it's big enough to be able to see it, and when it's not being used, it's still a nice piece of art on the wall. And I think it equally works well in someone's home, someone's office, wherever it might be. It's so applicable to all kinds of people in all kinds of situations. So I'll upload my high resolution file to Gelato and look at their wall art options. And for this one, I'm going to go for posters in a matte. I love their matte finish. I got some samples in a previous video to see the different finishes, and I'll link that video below if you want to check it out. And it really just came down to personal preference, because the prints in the different styles I chose all turned out really vibrant, really crisp, gorgeous quality that I have just loved having up in my studio, and they've really helped boost my mood and again bring my art and my messages to my everyday. And it's just been so uplifting to be surrounded by that when I'm working. Something I'm realizing with print on demand is the beauty is you don't have to stop there. You have your design uploaded and you can have a play around with the different products in their product catalog and see what else it might work well on. Whether it's like how I've brought my designs to my t-shirts, like this one, which I've had lots of compliments on today. You might bring it to a mug, a phone case. I've had to play around with one of my popular hummingbird designs, and I got it on this gorgeous phone case, and I'm so obsessed with it. And that just started as an art print that I was getting ready to list on Gelato and link with my Shopify. And then I used that same design, had a play around with different products, and I thought, I think that would look really cool on a phone case. And it was that simple. And it's just really cool to see how a design can be used in those different ways. So it could be a piece of wall art, for example, that's static in your home or wherever you put it, but also applied to those items that you can carry with you. And so they really do become those walk-in reminders. And to me, that's really powerful and just sits really well with what I want to achieve through my art. I think the versatility is really great, and it means that I can start offering bigger, more cohesive collections of products where customers can then choose how they want to engage with the message and what they want to see that message on. So in what way would it be most useful for them to have it? And because Gelato makes that adaptation process so seamless, it means that I can spend a lot less time on the technicalities of figuring out the different designs and how to keep reworking the same designs and applying them to different items, maybe sourcing different manufacturers. Gelato takes that off my plate and I can just focus more on creating. As the evening rolls around, you can usually find me engaging with all of you and also packing up your lovely orders. And this is probably where the real joy comes in for me, because it's when I see my art making its way to you and kind of gauging your responses, whether it's seeing what's being ordered. Sometimes people leave me the loveliest little notes and messages on their orders, or like today when I've shared about my new t-shirt that I designed, and I've had so many lovely messages. Obviously, the plan as a small business owner is for your business to get busier and busier. But as one person, and especially since I've become a mum, that juggling act is really hard. And it's where my own self-care practices and my personal time have taken a big hit. And that is a balance that needs to be addressed. I am only one person, I'm only a human being, and I also have chronic illnesses and I need to take care of myself. I can't keep at the rate that I am. And so working with a print-on-demand service like Gelato means that it moves some of that logistics from me, it being all on me as a business owner, to a third party that I can trust and know that the quality is amazing, and you can even add your own bits of branding too. Honestly, one of the most rewarding parts, like I mentioned before, is hearing from you. It's what always spurs me on. Right from the beginning, when I had my YouTube channel and I didn't even have a shop, receiving comments and messages about how my illustrations have impacted people's days, even if it's just bringing about a smile, that means a lot to me. And today I shared a picture of this t-shirt on my stories on Instagram, and I had some lovely responses like, oh my god, this is amazing, you should wear this for PG Live, which is my upcoming trade show, which I hadn't even thought about wearing my art to represent myself at the show in that way. This is so cute, Emma. Such a good message, and one I live by, honestly. And this was from another person who has a chronic illness like me, and I think really benefits from those positive reminders. And my absolute favourite message, can we buy this? Question mark, exclamation mark, heart eyes emoji. That is a passionate response. And when I explained that this was my sample one, I wanted to check out the quality, and I'm hoping to have them up on sale early June. They said they really want to buy one and they're keeping their eyes peeled. And so the fact that people want to reach out right away and say, I want to wear that and carry that message with me, that's really exciting. And it's something I probably wouldn't be able to do in-house. And that's why I just love how versatile Gelato is, and I'm really having fun experimenting with it and seeing how it could benefit my business, and I'm feeling really positive about it. It's just incredible to think where in the world my little illustrations and messages of self-care could end up. And it's just something lovely and quite humbling to think about. As the day winds down and I sit and write in my journal or just have a quiet cup of tea, I sometimes sit and reflect on the true impact of what I do, because that is what keeps me going and gives me that motivation. And all too often I think self-care and positive thinking are thought of as trendy or buzzwords. I actually had someone say that recently to me at a trade show, that it was a smart business decision to jump on a trend, which made me feel really uncomfortable, because that's not why I do what I do. And my own experiences of finding out I'm autistic, having a massive period of burnout, being diagnosed with a chronic illness, and the reality of managing that day to day, it really highlighted to me the value and the importance of self-care. It isn't all bubble baths and spa days and all those kinds of things you see on social media. It can be those things, but it is a lot more than that, and it is an essential part, or it should be an essential part of people's everyday. If they're not going to reach the point I did, where they're completely burnt out and exhausted and just struggling to get through the everyday. The reason I wanted to have this different kind of day is because the last 4 weeks have been really relentless for me, personal life wise, like I talked a bit about in last week's video, and I've really been neglecting looking after myself. And you know, I was doing that in the past, and it brought me to such a negative point in my life, and my recovery from that is what inspired me to share that with others, the real importance of self-care. And so I need to practice what I preach a little bit more, and sometimes a day like today just helps kickstart that again and just shift your mindset so that I can adapt those little practices on the day-to-day that help me live in a way that's much kinder to myself. And the art that I create is designed to be those gentle, consistent reminders to other people to do the same. Not everybody wants to listen to me prattle on about self-care. However, through my art, I can bring those messages to people in a way that feels relatable and approachable and people want to engage with, and it just gives them those little prods to make the little changes in their life that will just help them improve their well-being and one day at a time just start to feel a bit better in whatever their circumstances are. When I started my YouTube channel back in 2019 and I was sharing about how I was using planning and creativity to improve my own well-being, I heard countless stories from people who reached out to me about how much they resonated with what I was saying and my experiences, and the things that I'd created helped them feel more grounded or optimistic or just brought a moment of calm to their day. And that's what really inspired me to open my shop and try and bring more of my art to people's everyday lives. Because whether it's a print on someone's wall or an illustration on a t-shirt or a mug, when a message resonates with someone, it makes a real difference. As I've grown my shop and added more different product types, trying to manage inventory, printing and shipping for all different types of products was becoming a nightmare. But with Gelato's Shopify integration, my order process on these products is basically hands-free. I just focus on creating the designs, and the orders automatically go from Shopify to Gelato and they handle the rest. And that kind of support is huge for me because it allows me to scale my business without getting bogged down in the logistics and without adding more things to my already overstacked plate. So how does it all actually happen behind the scenes? I want to show you a little peek of the Gelato platform itself. It's incredibly user-friendly, even for someone who would much rather spend time drawing than messing around with software. So from this dashboard, I can manage all my designs, see my orders, and explore Gelato's product catalogue. Well, my focus at the moment is primarily on my paper-based products and expanding my range of prints. You can see they offer so much more, from apparel to phone cases, mugs, and even calendars and photo books. The quality across the board is really impressive, and when I've ordered samples for myself, I've been so impressed with what I've received. Uploading a new design and creating a product listing is really easy. I just upload my high resolution file, choose the product type, and Gelato generates mockups for me. It's super quick, which means I can get new positive messages out into the world faster. And a massive benefit is that since Gelato produces in over 30 countries, my products are actually made close to where my customers live, which means quicker delivery, better pricing, and more sustainable practices. It's a win-win for everyone involved, really, especially for my customers who don't have to wait for long shipping times and they can get their dose of positivity faster. I just have to show you my little maple that you might have spotted already that I'm wearing, which is one of my designs from the autumn. It was my most popular design and I got it in this sweatshirt and it's so cozy. I'm honestly having so much fun and I'm quite worried I'm going to bankrupt myself buying samples. So if my journey has inspired you to infuse more positivity into your life, or if you're an illustrator looking to expand your reach and streamline your business, then I can't recommend Gelato enough. They really empower artists to do what they do best, which is create. And I don't know a small business owner who illustrates or creates products that doesn't wish they had more time to do that instead of being bogged down with all of the other things that running a small business entails. And Gelato has a fantastic offer to help get you started. You can try Gelato for free and get 50% off any samples you order within the first 48 hours, which is incredible and something I definitely took advantage of. It's the perfect way to test out Gelato and see if it's right for you, whilst also being able to receive samples of the product yourself, feel and touch and see the quality and see how easy it is to bring your creations to life. Something I was asked after my last vlog was, do you have to pay for Gelato? And the answer to that is no. It is completely free to set up an account with Gelato and to link it with your Shopify store or whatever store you use for your e-commerce business. You only pay when a product sells, so Gelato will take a percentage of that sale for the creation and shipping of your products, and they will release the rest of the funds to you. So I wanted to mention that in this video because I don't think I was necessarily that clear about it in my previous video, that you don't have to pay for a subscription or anything like that. which really brings the risk down because you only pay when a product sells. So that is a glimpse into how I'm turning my passion for spreading positive messages and encouraging people to practice self-care into a business with products that sell. Gelato are really helping me expand my product offerings and bring my messages to more people than I thought would be possible. And so thank you so much to Gelato for supporting this video as well as supporting artists worldwide. To be able to do that is so exciting. If you found this video helpful or inspiring, please like the video and subscribe if you're not a subscriber already. I release weekly vlogs sharing behind the scenes of running my business, as well as tips and tricks videos to help you with different aspects of running your business based on my experience of running my business over the past 5 years. And if you reach the end, let me know what positive message you would like to see on a product, and maybe I'll bring one of those to life. That would be such a fun thing to do. I'm really looking forward to reading those comments, and I will see you in the next video. Bye everyone!